So why am I, a 3D artist, so obsessed with these old 70s and 80s magazines and comic books? Well, the answer is because I think this is actually sort of a template for the future of digital filmmaking. Right now, if you want to get published, if you want to make a movie, you kind of have to do it through official channels. It's very expensive, and only a couple get made. And we've been watching as there's been dissatisfaction looming with the what's actually being made by Marvel and DC and Disney and so on and so forth. And I see a great opportunity in these types of comics where they're weird. They have different stories. They're stories that the mainstream probably wouldn't have accepted. They're a little too violent or too vulgar or too trippy or too artsy. And if you're an independent artist, these should give you a ton of hope. I highly recommend picking a few up. They're not all bangers, right? Some of them are goofy or a little too out there, or someone did a little too many drugs. But one of the cool things about this whole thing is this right here, this mailer. You see, you used to take this, fill it out, and you would send it directly to the magazine, and they would go direct to consumer. I don't want to bend this up. Direct to consumer to send you this art, these stories. These became the ways you got access to things that weren't the boring, quote unquote, slop of the mainstream, which is something that we're dealing with again today. We're dealing with not a lot of great stories, not a lot of stuff that really interests the actual public, but is serving special interest groups, it's serving conglomerates, it's serving boards of directors and investors, and we're not getting the cool, unique, interesting stories that you could be getting. Now, I know there's plenty of artists that want to tell stories like this. I'm one of them, which is why I've been buying and collecting these magazines. I've been buying them and collecting them to inspire myself that this is the future. This is the way we can go back to telling independent stories that are interesting and unique. This sort of a model of a direct consumer, smaller stories, that's the model we should be taking as artists. We should be choosing small, interesting stories that we can release over time to an audience while going direct to consumer. That's where I see the future of independent art, of online publishing going when it comes to 3D art. 3D art's been stuck in this sort of image or Instagram stage, and I think it needs to evolve a little bit past that. I think it needs to evolve beyond stills, beyond one NFT, and into an actual story, into actual narratives people can get attached to, especially when Hollywood's letting everyone down so much. So let me know what you think, and let me know if you've ever read a heavy metal magazine